ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ता सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. Shloka 49 in Vishnu Sahasranama is Suvrata Sumukha Sukshmaha Sughosha Sukhada Suhrit Manoharo Jida Krodho Veerabahor Vidharanaha. There are 10 namas in this shloka and they are Suvrataha, Sumukhaha, Sukshmaha, Sughoshaha, Sughadaha, Suhrit, Manoharaha, Jitakrodha, Veerabahu, Vidharanaha. So these are the 10 namas in this shloka. The first nama, Suvrataha, is. Vrata means vow. A vow is observed just to restrain the body, mind, and intellect. During the time of that vrata, one should not do any adharmic actions by thought, word, or deed. So that is vrata. Suvrata means a good vrata. Bhagavan has taken the vow to protect this creation. We are all created by Bhagavan, so he has taken the vow to protect us. So that is Suvrataha. And there are three types of vratas. Nitya vrata, that is everyday vrata. There is one who takes vow always. They will not be free from that. And that is the vow of Bhagavan. He has Nitya vrata to protect all the beings, and it is mainly done by people in this Bhuloka to gain punya. Some rishis, they take Nitya Vrata. Then next is the Naimittika Vrata. Naimittika Vrata means during certain occasions like the festival season, like Navratri period, Vasanta Panchami day, or Deepavali period. So they take Vrata. That is to gain punya. They take this to get rid of papa, actually to get rid of papa. So when we observe these types of vratas, all the papa will be gone. And another type of vrata is kama vrata. That is to attain some desires we observe vrata. That is as a parihara. And to satisfy our desires, so that is taken. So that is kamya vrata. It is to satisfy our desires. Mainly as a parihara it is done. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, Shloka 66, very famous shloka. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarvapabhebhyo mokshahishyami ma shuchah. So this is the vrata of Bhagavan. Just leave everything and surrender to me. I will protect you. I will take care of you. Do not grieve. Ma suchaha. Do not grieve. So these are the words of Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita. So that is the real meaning of Suvrataha. His vrata is to protect all the beings. And the next nama is Sumukha. Sumukha means Bhagavan Vishnu, he has a very beautiful, mesmerizing face. And face means not only the features are beautiful, that is also beautiful, but the face reflects the mind. If a person is not angry, always calm and serene, and always have good thoughts, then automatically that face of that person will be beautiful only. So, for ordinary beings itself, it is like that. So, just imagine about Bhagavan. He has a very peaceful, serene nature without any negative thoughts, and that itself mesmerizes everything, and he's the personification of complete bliss, ultimate bliss. So that is seen in his face, and so he is called so mukha. Mukha means face. So Mukaha, and another interpretation is Sarva Vidya Upadeshena Va Subhuka. He revealed the Vedas, everything to Lord Brahma. So by that he is satisfied because he has got a very good sishya. When a guru gets a good sishya, that itself is a great satisfaction for the guru because so much with hard work he might have yearned that knowledge, and to share it with a proper person, right person, that's a great thing. So some interpretations say that Bhagavan is so content because he revealed the Vedas, and so he is called Sumukha. And the third nama is Sukshmaha. Sukshma means so subtle, one who cannot be grasped by the five senses. He is beyond the five senses. And Bhagavan, because he is so subtle, Bhagavan Vishnu, he crosses the barrier of space, time, and matter. So when something is so subtle, it crosses the barrier of space, time, and matter, and that's why Bhagavan is said as all-pervading. He crosses that barrier, and any name for any person or any object, name for that person indicates its subtle form. So when we call by any person by name, that name is that identification of the body. So it is the subtle thing to call that person by name. So in the same way, calling the name of Bhagavan and chanting his nama and telling his mantra, definitely his presence will be felt for a person who concentrates well, or if else, he will be present there. Even though we do not realize it, when we chant his mantra and call his nama, then he will be present there. So that is why that meaning also it is said as Sukshmaha. We call him by name and he will be there, but we cannot say with our fleshy eyes, with our gross eyes, because he is Sukshmaha. He doesn't have a gross body, only we have a gross body, so we have a chakshu, gross eyes. But when we meditate, we can see him in our mind. So that is Sukshmaha. Because of his subtle nature, he pervades everywhere. And the next nama is Sughoshaka. Ghosha means a sound. Bhagavan has a very deep, sweet, sonorous voice. And his voice or his shabda is reverberating in this entire creation as the Omkara shabda. That's why Omkara, the other name of Omkara is the Shabda Brahman. It is the Rupa of Brahman, Rupa of Bhagavan Vishnu, that is the Omkara. And his, even now, even at this present time, it is reverberating inside us and in the whole of the universe. If we are rishis, then if we meditate, we can realize it. But since we are gross minded, we cannot realize it, but it is reverberating everywhere. The voice of Bhagavan is reverberating everywhere, and he has a very sweet and mesmerizing voice, and that's the meaning of the Nama Sukhoshaga. Sukha Daha. Sukha means pleasure. Daha means one who gives pleasure. He, Bhagavan Vishnu, he gives pleasure to the devas, that is, who follow Dharma, and he takes pleasure from the people who do adharma, that is, from the asuras. So, dha means giving as well as taking. Dayati or giving. So, it has both the meaning. And the next nama is Suhrut. Suhrut means friend. Bhagavan is our dearest friend because he doesn't expect anything from us. How many friends will be like that? He doesn't expect anything from us, but he gives everything to us. And he is the friend of all beings. And in chapter 9, Shloka 18, Bhagavan Krishna, he himself says, Gatir Bharta Prabhum Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Suhrit. Gatir, I am the goal, I am the Bharta, supporter. Prabhu, I am the Lord, I am the Sakshi, witness. Nivasa, abode. Sharanam, shelter, and Suhrit. He is our greatest friend. That's why we can open our mind to Bhagavan. The next nama is Manoharaha. Manohara means one who attracts or captures the mind of all the beings, all others. Bhagavan is the personification of infinite bliss, and he captures everyone by his beauty, by his calmness, by his good nature, by his intelligence, unlimited bliss. So he captures every mind. And that's why even the cows, they went behind Bhagavan Krishna when he took his avatar as Krishna, as a Sri Krishna. See, mesmerizes the mind of everyone. That is a Manoharaha, one who gives pleasure and one who captures the mind of others. The next nama is Jita Krodaha. Krodha means anger, one who has won over the Krodha. Then you might wonder, how did Bhagavan perform all this war and kill the enemies? The difference is when we are irritated, we get angry or we become angry itself, and that's why we react. But Bhagavan, he uses anger as an ayuda, as a weapon. He uses the anger to destroy the enemies or destroy adharma. So when we use something in heart, we will be in balanced state. So just like that, Bhagavan, even though he is using anger, his mind is always calm. It will not become angry by anything, whatever irritation or even someone provoke him. He may show it externally, but internally he is always a very calm person. Otherwise, yeah, Bhagavan cannot do anything so efficiently. Even in ordinary life, in our life, when we become so tensed, emotional, then we cannot perform, isn't it? But when we are calm, even in challenging situations, then definitely we will perform more. So Bhagavan, his state of mind is always balanced. So Jita Krodaha, and some acharyas say that there are three types of anger. That is three different levels, not types, three different stages of anger. First is the Manyuhu, some irritation when others do not perform according to our expectation, or when others do not perform what we think right, then we get some irritation in our mind. When everything doesn't go our way, we get irritation in our mind. But we will not express it. It won't find expression. That stage is Manyuhu. The next stage is Kobha. Kobha means to some extent, we express it. Sometimes our eyes will become red, our cheeks will become red, for some people, this lips will be shivering, hands will be shivering. So that is some expression, the anger in us finding expression in the body. That is the second stage. The third is the very powerful stage, that is Krodha. Krodha means we perform an action out of anger. Sometimes we use harsh words, sometimes we insult others physically, so, like that, the krodha means it finds more expression in our body. It finds large expression to a great extent from our body. So, Bhagavan, he won't get irritated or he doesn't have kobha at all, but he shows or he acts like a krodha to destroy the enemies and to balance dharma and adharma. It's for that purpose he uses it as a weapon, but that at all the time his mind will be in a very balanced. The next nama is Veera Bahuhu. Veera means brave and strong. Bahu means arms. Veera Bahu means one who kills enemies who are the enemies of the devas by his strong hands, strong arms. That is, he is a great soldier, Veera Bahu. The next nama is Vidharanaha. Vidharana means one who splits others, who performs adharma. And Acharya says, Adharmikam vidharayati iti vidharanaha. He cuts away or eliminates who does adharma. So many of these namas in this shloka are connected with his power and beauty. And the summary of this shloka is Bhagavan has taken vow to protect all the beings. He has a very beautiful, mesmerizing face, and he's very subtle, cannot be grasped by the five senses. He has an auspicious voice. He gives pleasure to his bhaktas and he considers everyone as his friend. He captures the minds of all and he conquers Krodha. He has mighty arms and he eliminates adharma. And so that's the meaning of this shloka, shloka 49. That's the end of shloka 49. And now the next shloka. स्वापन स्ववशो व्याभि नैहात्मा नैककर्मकृत् वत्सरो वत्सलो वत्सी रत्नगर्भोदनेश्वरः. In this sloka also there are 10 namas and the 10 namas are Swapanah, Swavashah, Vyapi, Naikatma, Naikakarmakrit, Vatsarah, Vatsalah, Vatsi, Ratragarbah, Daneshwarah. So these are the 10 namas in this sloka, and the first nama, Swapanaha, means one who puts everyone to sleep or in trance. He lulls everyone to sleep. That is, we all sleep because of the yoga maya of Bhagavan, or otherwise we won't feel tired or we won't sleep. Because this physical gross body needs rest as well as the mind also. So for that, to put a break for it, Bhagavan, by his yoga maya, he has created this sleep. And so he is called Swapanaha. And another meaning is during the time when the Shuras and Ashuras, when they churned the Milky Ocean, to give the Amrit, that is the nectar, Bhagavan took a mesmerizing Rupa as Mohini Devi, and he had put everyone, that is all the Ashuras, in trance, or he lulled the Ashuras by his beauty and buddhi. And so also he is called Swaparaha. And in the end, during Pralaya, he will put all of us in sleep. So that in the beginning of the next creation, we all come out from him. So that stage of Pralaya will be there for 1,000 divine years. And so by all this meaning, he is called Swaparaha. The next nama is Swavashaha. Swavashaha means one who is completely independent. Bhagavan does the creation, preservation, and dissolution, but he does not depend on anyone. He does everything by his own. And Swavashaha means one, he has everything that he desires in himself. He doesn't want to go outside to get the things done. Everything is in him. So he is the perfect Swatantraha, and so also is called Swavashaka. He does not have any desires outside of him. He rejoices in his own self. Because there is nothing like outside or inside Bhagavan. Only Bhagavan is there. And that's the meaning of the Nama Swavashaha. The next Nama is Vyapihi. Vyapi means one who or pervades everywhere. And Acharya says, Bhagavan pervades everywhere like the sky. He is all pervasive, and omnipresent. And another interpretation is, he is the ultimate cause for all the causes. So, whatever action you do, whatever the effect may be, the ultimate cause or the foundation of that will be Bhava. So everything has came out from him. So he is the cause for everything. And so not only by space, by action also he pervades everywhere. No one can perform any action without Bhagavan. So he is the base of all the actions, and so also he is called as Vyabhihi. So by all pervasive nature, by space and by all actions, he is all pervading. And Vyapi also means limitless, and by that meaning also he is called Vyapihi. The next nama is Naikatma. Na Eka Atma. He is the manifestation of all the forms. You cannot confine Bhagavan into one form. He cannot be confined in any particular form. That's why the Upanishads say all the deities or the different forms of that Brahman. So you cannot confine him in a particular form. He is all pervading, he is everywhere. So that's the meaning of Naikatma. He is not only one form, he is the form of all the beings. He has manifested as this entire creation. He has manifested as different forms. So he expresses himself through all the forms in this creation. The next nama is Naika Karma Kritu. Na Eka Karma Kritu. That is, he performs all actions. That's why I said he is the cause for all the actions. So he is all the action. He does more than one action. And Acharya says, Jagat Utpatti, that is creation, Sampatti, protection, Vipatti, destruction, Prabharti karmani karoti iti naika karma krita. Acharya says that he creates, preserves, and dissolves in the end. So he performs multiple actions. Creation is not an easy thing, and destruction is also not an easy thing. You need to think a lot to destroy. So, because he is performing many actions simultaneously, he is called Naika Karma Krita. He performs diverse actions simultaneously. The next nama is Vatsaraha. Vasati Atra Akilam Iti Vatsaraha. The entire universe exists in him, and so he is called Vatsaraha. Vatsa means calf. When he took the avatar as Bhagavan Krishna, one day Lord Brahmaji, he took off all the cows from the Gopas. And Bhagavan Krishna, understanding it's the play of Lord Brahma, he immediately, what he did was, he created another set of cows in the same way, the same manner, the same behavior, everything. So for 1 year, Lord Brahma hid these cows, and after 1 year, when he came, because no one went to search those cows, because Bhagavan created everything exactly like that. So the next year, when Brahmaji came to see the cowhead people, they all were having cows given by Bhagavan Krishna using his Yoga Maya, and so close with everything is in him. He can do anything, and that's the real meaning of Aksaraha. So when Brahmaji came to see here, they all were having cows. So he was surprised. So that's a Leela of Bhagavan. And by this meaning, Vatsaraha is the meaning of the Nama Vatsaraha. Vatsala means sneha, love. Vatsa snehasti iti vatsalah. One who takes care of his devotees or loves his devotees just like his children. He is called Vatsalaha, and that's the meaning of the Nama Bhakta Vatsala also. He loves the Bhaktas as his children, as a person very dear to him. And Bhakta Snehitvat, he Vatsalaha. He loves his devotees intensely, and so he is called Vatsalaha. The next Nama is Vatsi. Vatsini, Vatsana Palanat Vatsi. He takes care of all the beings that he has created. He is the creator of this creation, and it is the responsibility of Bhagavan to take care of all of us. Even the parents, they give birth to us in this Janma only, they feel that it is my responsibility to take care of my children. So when the situation is like that, what will Bhagavan think? He has created this entire creation, and it is his responsibility to take care of all the beings. And the next nama is Ratna Garbha. It is said that in the depth of the oceans, many gems are found. So Bhagavan is in the form of ocean. So it is said that Ratna Garbha, and the people, they are trying to take off that gems from under the sea. And the next interpretation is Bhagavan is the treasure of wealth, and so he is called Ratna Garbha. And another interpretation is Ramayati iti Ratnam. One must, Ratnam, it is called Ratnam because it gives delight when we see it. Bhagavan is also like that. When we see him, he gives so much delight and power. And so he is called Ratna Garbha. The last nama is Daneshwaraha. One who has Dana is Daneshwaraha, and he is the lord of the wealth in this universe. Lakshmi Pati, he is wedded to the goddess of wealth, and so he is called Daneshwaraha. Definitely, he will have Dana then. So he is called Dhaneshwaraha. Not only Dhana means wealth or money, it also means the good values, the spiritual growth, spiritual treasure. All these are also said as Dhaneshwara. He is the Ishvara for all types of dana. It may be spiritual dana, it may be the good values, it can be anything. So that's the end of the shloka, shloka 50. And in a summary of this shloka is Bhagavan puts everyone to sleep by his power of Yogamaya. He is independent and all pervading. He has many forms and does all actions. He resides in everyone and all are dear to him and cares all like his children. He is the treasure of gems and the Lord of wealth. He is the Lord of the wealth. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ तत्सत्.